Hollywood has a recurring character that dominates the silver screen, transcends generations, and sometimes rakes in billions. It's not a superhero, a wizard, or an intergalactic adventurer. It's the sequel. From blockbusters that define an era to quiet dramas that resonate deeply, the Part 2s and returns are a constant presence. But for every soaring success, there's a cautionary tale. So what drives this relentless pursuit of cinematic continuity? And what separates the triumphant follow-ups from the colossal flops? At its core, the appeal of a sequel for creators and publishers lies in mitigated risk. Developing new characters and entirely fresh settings always involves significant unknowns. A sequel, however, returns to a story with known popularity, a pre-existing fanbase, and characters audiences already love. This inherent familiarity makes the prospect of production financially appealing, often translating into a dependable revenue stream in a volatile market. Audience eagerness for more stories about popular characters or settings fuels this cycle. A study from the Journal of Business Research suggests that while sequels don't always outperform their predecessors, they generally fare better than entirely new non-sequel films. This indicates a consistent consumer demand for both novelty and the comfort of the familiar. Franchise movies, by building on established popularity, dominate the highest grossing lists. They become reliable vehicles for studio profitability and help manage uncertainty in production. The financial allure of sequels extends well beyond ticket sales. When characters and settings become valuable, they evolve into media franchises. Studios plan multiple follow-ups, often signing actors and directors to extended contracts to ensure continuity. This strategy allows for extensive merchandising, from toys to video games, all contributing significantly to the franchise's overall economic status. Disney's approach to its animated characters, for instance, showcases how merchandise and even theme parks can become massive profit centers, sometimes eclipsing the film's initial earnings. Yet the path of the sequel is not always paved with gold. For all their inherent advantages, follow-up films do not automatically guarantee success. They can exhibit a faster drop in weekly revenues compared to original films, and not all resonate with audiences. Many sequels end up as box office bombs, failing to recoup their considerable production and marketing costs. This demonstrates that familiarity alone isn't enough. The audience demands a compelling reason to revisit a story. When evaluating a film's box office performance, it's crucial to look beyond the initial gross figures. The revenue collected at the box office is not what the studio ultimately takes home. Movie theaters typically retain nearly half of the gross, sometimes more, depending on the distribution agreement. What reaches the distributor is known as distributor rentals. Understanding this distinction is key to assessing a film's true profitability. It also explains why even a high-grossing film might not be as successful as it first appears. Consider the hypothetical case of a Toy Story 5. Given the franchise's history, a fifth installment possesses a formidable advantage: a massive, multi-generational built-in audience. Animation, while costly to produce, has proven consistently profitable, with animated features often yielding high gross margins. A new Toy Story could leverage advanced computer animation techniques, which, while demanding, offer cost efficiencies over traditional cell animation. The established emotional connection to characters like Woody and Buzz, combined with Pixar's reputation for compelling storytelling, creates a strong foundation for financial success. However, Toy Story 5 would face significant hurdles. The animation industry's rising development costs mean each successive film needs to perform even better. There's always the risk of sequel fatigue, where audiences feel a story has run its course, or their new installment simply serves as an uninspired cash grab. A long gap between films or a perceived dip in quality from previous entries could dampen enthusiasm. Critically, a new installment needs to justify its existence with a fresh, impactful narrative. It cannot just rely on nostalgia. This becomes paramount. Ultimately, the fate of any sequel, whether it is a potential Toy Story 5 or another entry in a long-running franchise, hinges on a delicate balance of business acumen and artistic integrity. While financial models and audience studies provide valuable insights into why sequels tend to be safer bets, the true magic lies in the storytelling itself. Crafting a narrative that respects its origins, while also offering genuine novelty, is crucial. It needs to engage characters in meaningful new conflicts and provide satisfying emotional resolutions. This remains the most critical factor in transforming a calculated risk into a box office triumph.